Get ready for some high-stakes drama because Austin Rivers just unleashed a massive takedown on Draymond Green. Rivers absolutely crushed Green for making some controversial comments, and the fallout is heating up across the league. We dive into the explosive details of this confrontation and what it means for the Warriors right now.
Never get caught with a dead phone again. This INIU portable charger is compact, travel-friendly, and gives you fast 45-watt charging with a built-in USB-C cable, so there's no need to carry extra cords. With 10,000 mAh power, it's perfect for busy days, trips, emergencies, or anytime your battery drops too low. Grab yours on Amazon through the link in the comments before your phone hits 1%.
Next up, we are looking at the intense pressure cooker surrounding the Golden State Warriors and the future of their coaching situation. We examine why everyone is talking about a potential Steve Kerr departure and what this means for the dynasty's trajectory moving forward. This is a battle for legacy and control. We turn to the trade rumors swirling around the Warriors, focusing on the potential move for Aaron Gordon. We break down exactly what a trade for Gordon would look like, who the potential third team might be, and the massive salary matching issues the Warriors will face in trying to pull off this blockbuster deal. And finally, we bring you the full breakdown of the war of words between Austin Rivers and Draymond Green, where Rivers fired back with some serious heat. We analyze the history, the accusations, and the lingering questions about who truly benefited from the system. Don't miss this deep dive. Tune in now. Former NBA guard Austin Rivers has engaged in a heated public confrontation with Golden State Warriors forward Draymond Green following criticisms exchanged between the two. The dispute escalated after Green suggested he could have been a better offensive player with a different coach, specifically mentioning Steve Kerr. Rivers publicly challenged Green on this point on his podcast, leading to a sharp rebuttal from Green, who insinuated that his NBA career was largely due to his father. Rivers subsequently decided to respond to Green after he felt Green had crossed a line. In his exchange, Rivers first addressed the comparison between the two players, denying they were the same in high school. Rivers emphasized his own national-level achievements, including winning the Naismith Award and being ranked number 1, contrasting this with Green's collegiate tenure. However, Rivers acknowledged Green's superior NBA performance, attributing it to the environment he played in. Rivers pointed to the caliber of teammates and the organization, specifically naming figures like Bob Myers, Steve Kerr, Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson, as instrumental in Green's development into his current Hall of Fame status. The context of the conflict is amplified by the Warriors' disappointing season, which concluded in the play-in tournament. The team struggled significantly, finishing with the 12th worst offense in the league during the regular season, a performance partly attributed to Green's shooting struggles. With the offseason underway, observers anticipate further exchanges between Rivers and Green, though the immediate focus remains on the team's roster situation pending resolution with coach Steve Kerr. The future of the Golden State Warriors hinges on the relationship between coach Steve Kerr and the front office, a dynamic currently fraught with tension and high stakes. According to an analysis by the Mercury News, there is a strong sentiment that a split between Kerr and the Warriors would be a significant error for the franchise. The report suggests that neither party truly wishes to walk away, despite ongoing disagreements regarding the team's direction. The piece posits that if Steve Kerr lacked interest in coaching the Warriors moving forward, he would have already made his departure public, potentially pursuing opportunities elsewhere. Conversely, the front office, led by Joe and Kirk Lacob and general manager Mike Dunleavy, is reportedly unwilling to concede that another coach would be better suited to guide Stephen Curry's team. The current situation is described as a necessary clearing of the air following a season deemed passive-aggressive and unsuccessful. The author notes that until an official contract announcement is made, the situation remains precarious. However, the perspective offered is that Kerr would likely return if given the opportunity, placing the onus on the Warriors to retain him. The internal conflict is framed as a struggle between the front office's desire to build a sustainable, perpetual machine post-Curry and Kerr's role as the essential figure keeping the current engine from failing. The author highlights the complex interdependence. The front office owns the team, but Kerr is responsible for its current identity. Furthermore, the report examines the coaching question for the next season. While acknowledging that Kerr's insistence on his style might challenge younger players, the piece argues that as long as Stephen Curry remains central, the Warriors should adhere to a system built around him, as he is the core reason for the franchise's success. The negotiation is fueled by leverage, including rumors and profiles, which mirror the pressure Kerr applied during his previous tenure. Ultimately, the analysis concludes that Kerr is a formidable competitor who values the intensity of his role, and the front office is not willing to let him leave. The central message is that both parties are correct in their positions, but the greatest risk lies in a separation. The report concludes with a strong assertion. A breakup would be a massive mistake, and both sides must find a way to remain united. Rumors are circulating that Aaron Gordon may become available on the trade market, potentially involving the Golden State Warriors. This speculation arises amid concerns about the Denver Nuggets' trajectory, as reports indicate Aaron Gordon is no longer considered off the table due to his recent injury history and the Nuggets' perceived lack of contention. Analysts suggest the Warriors would be interested in acquiring Gordon, noting that players of his caliber are typically not readily available. However, the nature of any potential trade presents significant hurdles. The Nuggets are reportedly not seeking a rebuild and would prioritize quality players over draft picks, which could complicate a deal for the Warriors. While a direct trade between the Warriors and Nuggets is unlikely to be simple, the scenario suggests a three-team transaction might be necessary. Denver could be interested in players like Brandon Podziemski and/or Gui Santos as part of a return package for Gordon. However, the Nuggets would likely require a more established player from a third team to finalize the exchange. The New Orleans Pelicans are cited as a potential third party, possibly interested in Warriors' draft capital in exchange for facilitating a Gordon trade. A hypothetical scenario involves Denver acquiring Herb Jones, the Pelicans receiving Warriors' draft picks, and the Warriors securing Gordon. This exchange faces several obstacles. Gordon is considered more valuable than Jones, meaning the Nuggets would demand more talent. Furthermore, the Warriors would be acquiring Gordon's substantial salary, necessitating salary matching. To address the talent imbalance, the Warriors might look to trade Podziemski and Santos to Denver, which could satisfy the Nuggets by adding quality pieces and saving salary. However, the Warriors would still face salary matching issues. An alternative involves trading Moses Moody to the Pelicans to generate sufficient outgoing salary. This could require the Warriors to surrender significant draft capital, potentially including 2 first-round picks, Podziemski, Santos, and Moody, just to make the trade legal and satisfy both teams' demands. Ultimately, the key challenge for the Warriors in pursuing such a major trade is matching salaries and ensuring the outgoing assets are valuable enough. General Manager Mike Dunleavy Jr. will need to employ a highly creative strategy to overhaul the roster to make a significant acquisition like Aaron Gordon feasible this offseason. Veteran Golden State Warriors forward Draymond Green is drawing intense scrutiny as the team faces uncertainty regarding its future, with discussions centering on a potential coaching change and roster overhaul. Amid this turmoil, Green has become a focal point, engaging in a heated verbal confrontation with former NBA lottery pick Austin Rivers, transforming into significant podcast material. The clash of words has escalated beyond basketball, touching on coaching legacies and personal critiques. During a recent podcast appearance, Green addressed his former coach, Steve Kerr, suggesting that Kerr may have inadvertently hindered his career trajectory. Green stated, "As much as Steve has done for me in basketball, part of me thinks he's hindered me in my career and what I could have become. When I think of who I was offensively as a player and who I became, I think part of that is due to him. He hasn't drawn up a play for me since 2017. Austin Rivers countered this narrative, positioning Green as the primary beneficiary of the system. Rivers sharply criticized Green's volatility and emotional immaturity, referencing past incidents and questioning his judgment. Rivers asserted, "You don't have the wherewithal to do your due diligence and actually understand I was being highly complimentary to you. It's you, and I shouldn't be surprised. You always act irrationally and emotionally immature, and your anger always puts you in hot water." Rivers also referenced Green's behavior in relation to past on-court incidents. The exchange also extended into personal territory, with Green invoking political commentary regarding contracts and past events involving his father, Doc Rivers. Rivers responded by calling out Green's instability, noting that such behavior can negatively impact coaching opportunities. Despite the verbal sparring, the underlying dynamics of the Warriors team remain complex. While Green's role as the team's emotional anchor is undeniable, the team's fading dynasty has fueled speculation about its end. Green's recent comments have intensified questions about the team's trajectory and the extent of his influence on the team's performance leading up to the current uncertain offseason.